and gotten your feet really dirty and gross more than many times. As we go into this next walk around the world, we're going to start asking ourselves how we can make more of an impact. The efforts of the first walk around the world were based on two things. One was, we've committed to give $1 for everybody that would show up. Everybody that came, every time you guys organized, we said we're going to pull out of our pocket $1 and give for you to make sure you know the most important thing is to get you to come and show up and know that that can make a difference. And then through TakeTheWalk.net, you guys have the ability to find out how to do more. If you wanted to give more to a well, if you wanted to buy a pair of shoes, if you wanted to buy the Take the Walk book, which tells the story of the first walk tour, and spread that word, if you wanted to help make a donation, if you wanted to become the next walk organizer, you guys had all those options, and many of you guys have done that. I want to thank you guys that are coming to walk for the first time, and you need to know that this group of people here, you guys are not to be messed with, because when you set out to do something, you do it. It's amazing. We want to encourage you guys after this walk to go to TakeTheWalk.net again and look at the causes, look at the things that we're talking about doing. See how we know that a school will be built, 2 new wells will be drilled, more shoes will be provided, medicine for pregnant mothers that can save their children from being born with AIDS. It's going to be possible for them to save the lives of their kids. But you guys are going to be the future of this next walk around the world. Today, we're officially kicking off what will be another lap. But we want your guys' help, we want your input, we want your leadership, because that's the only way that we've gotten to this point, is through people simply deciding to show up. It's not gonna, it doesn't end when we step down off the table that's gonna fall over. It ends when you guys decide that you're not interested, you don't want to make a difference anymore. You've decided to make an impact through your decision to take action. And that's the only thing that's going to keep this moving, is your decision to lead. And we just want to thank you on behalf of Isaac, on myself, and Zach, and on the Take the Walk campaign. Thank you so much for being a part of the first walk around the world. And please be a part of what we do next. Be a part of this next lap. Be a part of buying a pair of Tom's shoes. Today, you guys can get the Great Divide Tom shoes and make sure that there's a pair that's donated. Give us your ideas. Reach out. Become the next walk organizer. Organize the walks that blow ours away. You've already inspired us so much to keep this thing going, and to be more original, and to think more out of the box and say, how are we all going to try and look at the way we live and the way that we work as an opportunity to make a difference. Not just when we decide to gather with friends and take our shoes off and walk down the street to make an impact and to remind one another that simple things can make a difference, but every day when we look at the things that we do, the jobs that we take, and the people that we influence, as an opportunity to reach out and help those that are less fortunate, especially those struggling in Africa that are faced with a list of challenges that we can hardly fathom. And you guys are going to be the ones that make that possible for the cycle to change through decisions like you've done today on the walk. Thank you guys so much for taking the walk with us today.
Make sure that everybody registers their mile. If you did not pre-register before, please make sure to register. I know there was a cute little infant who was 7 months old, and he does count too. Because, he walked. And Mom walked with him, before he was born, because I recognize her. So thank you very much for coming and walking with us. Pre and post-born. One last thing which I want to say, which I think Taylor may have already kind of made a point about, but guys, we could not have walked around the world were it not for all of the actions that so many people like yourselves and so many of you literally took. And this again is an example of the fact that we often feel like we're just a part of the crowd. But you know what? A crowd is individuals who are showing up. It is hard to show up. It is hard to take action. And people shrug it off and they say, oh, that doesn't really matter. Oh, what am I? I'm just one voter. I'm just one person in a crowd. No, you're not. Because ultimately, if all of us decide to just be another one of those people, there will be no people here doing this. So you guys have walked more than half of the miles now that have been logged in the walk around the world. less than half of the walk around the world and then several thousand beyond that. And so we are really amazed by what you guys have done. So we thank you so much. And like they said, on behalf of all of us, we are inspired and we look forward